Alright, good morning. Welcome to my channel. It's called The Closet Entrepreneur. If you're wondering what that means, it's really kind of poking fun at myself because either I'm in my car when I'm doing this or I'm in my little office space, which happens to be a computer desk mounted to the wall in my small walk-in closet because that's the only space I have for it. Hence the name Closet Entrepreneur. Right now, I'm just heading into town, but I'm just going to give you guys a breakdown of what the channel is about. Basically, let me give you a little background on me. I've been in the restaurant industry, or was in the restaurant industry for 10 plus years. I started from the ground up, and within 6.5 years, I started doing management positions, and I became a salary manager. And I did that for over 2.5 years, but I realized that with my family situation, we're a large family. It was a lot for my wife to take care of all the kids on her own, especially on the shifts that I worked as a manager, even because I would go in like early afternoon and stay gone till late at night. So I was always gone when all the important things were supposed to be happening at home. I did do a few other things. I did sell cars a little bit, but I was with a shady dealership, and that left a bad taste in my mouth. So I stopped doing that. So right now I'm just trying to figure. Oh wait, sorry, backtrack. So after my stint in restaurant management, I decided to put in my notice, and that kind of made me upset too, because it really wasn't really a notice. It was more like, hey, I need to step down. I need to take time with my family, but I'm willing to work with the company still. Just if you need like management type, I can do that, but on an hourly basis. I just need to, I can't be doing 12-hour shifts away from home when my wife's pulling her hair out. And I gave him about a month's notice, pretty much. And I kept talking to him. I was like, hey, it doesn't mean I have to go. I can stay with you guys. I'll help you out. I know, because it was near the holiday season. I felt kind of bad, but no, I don't. But I was like, I knew it was going to be busy. And, I actually kind of cared about the people I worked with or worked for me, honestly. I had been in that restaurant for a long time. It's where I met my wife. So the restaurant itself meant a lot to me, emotionally. But up until the last day, I asked my supervising manager. I was like, hey, are you going to tell me what's going on? Do we have a plan? Am I coming back? Either way, it's fine if you guys don't have a spot for me or whatever. I just need to know so I can make my own plans. I've got a family. And even to the last day, when I had to hand over my keys and everything, he's like, well, I still don't know. I had to talk to the regional manager. We're supposed to talk to him tomorrow. I was like, all right, we'll just... give me a call, whatever. Don't try to call me up and tell me I got to come to the restaurant and talk to you, because I don't want to waste gas to say that I'm not working here anymore. He's like, oh, I won't do that. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm like, okay. Next day came, I got no call. The whole week, I didn't receive a call at all, okay? So then, I checked my employer website, and it says, like, I'm terminated or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever, That's how much respect you have for me as a human being. You can't even just, give me a phone call, let alone an email. An email would have been better than nothing, I guess. So that was around Christmas time of 2019. And so, I tried to figure out what I was going to do next. And, me and my wife had always thought about opening our own place. But, it seemed like God was opening a door for us when we came across this restaurant. Now, this restaurant was kind of a larger restaurant. It was a pretty big square foot. And it was barbecue. Now, barbecue I had not done in a commercial setting, not like that. Okay, so I took they let us start cleaning up for them to give us a break on the deposit. So I took that time to practice some recipes and, use the equipment and clean up some things here and there. We opened up 2020. And it was hard because it was mainly me and my wife. My wife did hire some people, but we didn't have an investor. Okay, so when I left my job, I had a little bit of my 401k left. It wasn't a lot, like a few grand. at most. And so we used that to kind of get our supply started. And then, I had a few thousand on my credit card. That's about it. Now, when you talk about opening a restaurant, you need thousands upon thousands of dollars. But like I said, the landlords were willing to work with, so we had to break. So, okay, maybe we can make it work if we try really hard, We might squeeze by for a little while, but maybe we can make it work. But it was just too much, because not our youngest daughter, our second youngest, was only in pre-K, and she got out of school at noon, so she was only at school for like 3 hours. It was like 9 to noon, I think. And we don't have family out here, it's just us, so we don't have anyone to really watch the kids. So it became hard trying to do the restaurant, pick up our kids, make sure they're okay, go back to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And it took a while for us to get enough money to even start getting a supplier. But then that's when it kind of slowed down. And then, like right before COVID, like totally like blew up, we decided, we're gonna have to close it down because it's taking too much time. Like seriously, I would get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, go to the restaurant, start the fire, get me going, get the line set up. Like I said, I did have some kitchen staff, not a lot. I had one guy that would come in the morning for a few hours, and then I might have one young kid come at night just to help me with the night stuff. And then basically they cleaned up a little bit, but then I finished closing too. So it was a lot of work. It was very stressful on us. So we closed it around March. Luckily, that's right before COVID and all that hit. There was no way. Like, I don't feel bad about it now. Like, at first it was kind of like a sting, but there was no way we would have made it through the pandemic. So I'm glad that we pulled out when we did. But then I found myself unemployed and not knowing what to do. And like I said, a majority of my work had been in restaurants, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go back to that, and let alone a lot of establishments were cutting down on staff, going down to their main staff. So I didn't want to take away from someone who'd been working at a place for years or whatever. I really needed the money. So I tried doing lawn business. Now I got a few lawnmowers, a few weed eaters, and regular equipment, nothing fancy. It's extension cord stuff and whatever, right? So I made a little Facebook page. I tried to get that going, but like where I live, there's a lot of big spaces. So unless you got a riding lawnmower, it really sucks. I took my daughter. Me and my daughter went and to this yard. It was originally about a little short of 3 acres, but we only had 2 push mowers, so we did about an acre and 3/4, about 2 acres with push mowers. Me and my daughter did, and yeah, that was fun. But and that was kind of slow, and then unfortunately, I don't have the extra income to invest in that kind of equipment and everything else. So, but this whole time, I've been looking at, the working at home thing. It started out, don't judge me, okay, about, you see these online ads, YouTube, right? There's these 2 guys, these are the first ones I noticed, about their online billboards, saying they're making this money, but you gotta pay them this amount. I was like, if these guys can do this, and I'm sure I can figure out a way of how they're doing it, So I started to try to learn a little bit of Google Ads, and I can see how people would pay someone else to do Google Ads, because even trying to go through the little courses to learn something is a pain in the ass, unless you just totally cheat on it. But I didn't want to do that. So I was learning some of that, and then life happened, and get distracted, and I don't have a whole lot of time to go through all of that. And then I was still trying to look for other ways to make income online, right? I even looked at the transcribing. I can't do that. That's like, I can type like 80 words per minute with like a 98% accuracy, and I'm fine. But sitting there and have to listen intently to audio tracks and trying to figure out what someone is saying is it's aggravating. You know what I'm saying? So but some people, they like it. So if you want to look into it, you can make money doing it if you love doing that stuff. Like, I love typing. I thought I would have enjoyed it. It was just sitting there trying to decipher what the people are saying, if it's muffled, if it's not. Like, it takes you like 20 minutes to transcribe 5 minutes worth of audio. You know what I'm saying? They make equipment for it too. It's really cool, but I'm not gonna get into all that. And then I was looking into. Eventually, I got to looking into SEO. Saw this guy, Ryan Marino, and he actually does it. You know what I'm saying? And he looks like he does it pretty well. So he kind of motivated me to learn more about it. First, you see all these courses about SEO. The office list. Sorry, tongue tied. The office list agency. And I'm always skeptical, so I always try to look into it. And so SEO is not something that I'd really learn too much about like earlier on. I know it's been around for a long time now, but it was still new to me. So when I started looking into websites and and like, excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. Facebook ads, LinkedIn, all this stuff. I've learned a little bit of pieces of here and there of everything. I know you should probably pick one thing and focus on it, but I really didn't know what it was I wanted to focus on, so I had to kind of look at a little bit of everything, and then like affiliate marketing is another one. So I looked into that, and that seems like that's a possibility, because you can find legit products to affiliate for, and if you can make it work, you can make money from it. So then YouTube, this is what I'm doing. So YouTube by far is the easiest, quickest, less things in your way blocking you from getting started. Later, I'm just doing this I can upload this from my iPhone right after I'm done and put it on YouTube. It may not be the prettiest or whatever. So I did start learning. Here you go. More stuff that I learned. Video editing. I'm still learning it. I mean, it took me a while. I had to find some programs. Honestly, I don't have a lot of money, so I couldn't buy these expensive programs. So I had to find legit ones that were free. And that took a few trials and errors of like 4 or 5 different programs. I did settle on DaVinci Resolve. It doesn't have a whole lot of like extra stuff to it, and it is a little more I don't want to say complicated, but it's not as newbie friendly, so to speak. But it's pretty simple to get things on there and just do quick edits and snip and cut and paste and all that. So that might take you a few minutes to figure out, but that's all you really need. So that's what I've been working with. So this channel is about finding different avenues of income and how to get there and the processes involved. Now what I'm currently doing, like I said, I'm still learning everything, and I'm working on this YouTube channel and trying to get it up and running. But in the meantime, for income, we've been doing, we, meaning my wife and I, have been doing DoorDash and Instacart. Now, that's not entrepreneurship. Well, look, entrepreneurship is just you making money on your own and trying to do it. So I think it's a bit of a gray area, but I'm going to call it entrepreneurship, okay? You can shove it. Because you can work whenever you want to and work as much as you want to. So, whatever, dude. But it's an interesting process too, and I'm gonna share some of those events and thoughts and everything with that too. So this is my channel. Thank you guys so much if you stuck to the end. I know it was a little wordy, but I just wanted to let you know somewhere where I was coming from and what this is about. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff out there giving you information. Oh, do this, do that. but they don't give you the hows and the actual process. Or like, they'll teach you, like these courses, they'll teach you like how to do the things, but they don't teach you how to actually get out there, monetize yourself, the proper way to advertise. Like, oh, all you got to do is get this mail service from MailChimp and send out a bunch of mass emails, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Who am I sending the emails to? How do I find these people? Like, oh, you just got to search for them online. Okay, so I got to search manually for these people online. That takes hours. Oh, well, what you do is then you build a website with a blog, and then you do the mail service. Oh, you didn't tell me about the website, so I got to do that now. Okay. Oh, now I got to pay for web hosting. Now, they don't give you this exact step by step. Even sometimes the free ones don't go too deep in the detail. But also too, with the free ones, they usually have something they will be promoting. Like even though Rohan Marino, like, he does a pretty good job of breaking most of it down for you. But he even has his own course. Now, he doesn't push it on you, which is cool. But he does have his own course and stuff like that. So he's not going to give you every last ounce of detailed information, So that's something you got to look out for. And trying to figure this out on your own. I don't have anyone to help me with this. So it's a much steeper learning curve. It takes longer. So if you're trying to learn it on your own, definitely have a source of income first off. If you're trying to do this on your own and quit your job immediately, that's not going to happen. Okay? You need to formulate a solid plan, talk it out, especially if you have a family. Involve your family, your spouse. Okay? But recently though, due to some of the skills I have acquired, just a little bit that I have, I was doing some searches online, and I found this business, and I just wanted to see how their page was built, because I noticed on their Google reviews, like, the business wasn't claimed. Now, if you know anything about what I'm talking about, you'll understand what I'm saying. But their business wasn't claimed, but they had a website, and they only had a few reviews. So I was looking at them, I was thinking, maybe I can reach out to these people, right? So I pull up their website, and instantly I can tell this was made by somebody. This wasn't made by somebody who does roofing. This was made by somebody who does computer stuff. So I scroll down to the bottom, and sure enough, there's a tag in the footer from the agency who made it. So I checked it out. The agency is actually a local agency. They're mostly into web design, but they do offer a little bit of SEO on their packages. So I looked it up, and I found their Facebook page. Now, these guys are local, or this guy is local. So, and from what I could see, he had started out on his own. He really was volunteering to rebuild someone's website for him for a coach program for soccer, and he just wanted to do it to be a good guy, which is cool. And he didn't know what he's doing, so he had to teach himself how to do it, and that's what he did. So then he started doing it on his own for other people. And I said, I reached out to him, and he was like, dude, yeah, he was really helpful. And he's offered, to answer any questions I have down the road, because he's like, dude, it sucks doing it on your own. It takes it's a lot more work, and because you don't know where to go. I was like, yeah, I know, I'm going through that right now. So I mean, that's another avenue too. If you're looking to get into this, see if there's someone local who's a real person, that you might be able to talk to and get some insight, or maybe even they might even let you work for them a little bit. Who knows? If you're good at persuading people. Because I also saw another agency that was local, and they seem bigger than this guy. They seem like this is what they do, and they have a full suite. They got the web development, they've got the SEO, they got the optimization, they got the audits, and they've got a nice clean website, and they've got clients that they've already done. They've listed the work on there. So I even reached out to them. I haven't heard anything from them. I don't know. But we'll see. Who knows, man? I mean, so sometimes it just takes a little bit of reaching out. And I think that's the hardest part for a lot of us. Like, I don't like going up to strangers and be like, hey, can you help me? I'm not big on that, And that's I don't know if it's a shy thing or a pride thing. I think it's a little bit of both, because I just feel weird asking people certain things that especially when I don't know. So maybe I need to work on it, because that's not going to be good for sales, you know. But yeah, so like I said, it's getting a little longer than I intended. I do apologize. But if you have any questions about like these programs you see, or if you've been interested in them, like I said, I've been doing a lot of research, and if you want me to, I can do a video on what I found and give you a little insight on it. And I'll do the research. I mean, this is what I want to do. I want to learn this stuff, and also, like I said, I want to get the YouTube channel up, and I want it for normal people that are sitting there worrying about what they're going to do for money the next day, because their industry is coming down because of COVID, or the after effects of COVID. Because things are going to change after this. You can already see a lot of stores are shutting down. A lot of businesses are changing. Okay, a lot of stuff is going online. You know, things aren't going to be the same. Okay, so it's a potential to do a whole another field of careers. You know, and you know, the marketing stuff too. It is actually expanding. It is a legit career, but like, it is very competitive. You know. But yeah, this is for you guys. This is for me too. But subscribe if you like the content. I'm trying to keep more and more coming up. Give me your ideas. I want to use them. I want to do some exposés. I want to do some reporting and all that stuff. Until then, y'all, be safe. Take care of yourself.